gentlemen, in life, success is not always about what we gain, but often about what we learn to control. The greatest battles we fight are not with the world outside, but with the world inside. If you can control your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind, you can control your destiny. Let me share 6 key principles with you today. When we talk about controlling your mouth, we are not simply talking about holding back words. We are talking about shaping your entire character. The words that come out of your mouth are not just sounds, they are seeds. Every sentence you speak plants something, either in your life or in the life of someone else. Words can inspire, they can uplift, they can heal, but they can also wound, discourage, and destroy. A single harsh sentence can break trust that took years to build, while a single encouraging word can give someone the courage to keep going when they are ready to quit. That is the power you hold every time you open your mouth. Think about it. How many opportunities have been lost because someone spoke too quickly, too harshly, or without thought? How many relationships, whether in family, friendships, or work, have been damaged because people failed to control what they said in a moment of anger or pride? On the other hand, how many doors have opened for people who knew how to speak wisely, with respect, confidence, and clarity? Words shape perception, and perception shapes reality. When people hear you, they don't just hear sound, they hear your values, your attitude, and your level of discipline. That's why education is not only about what we learn in books, but also about how we express ourselves. Controlling your mouth is about having the maturity to think before speaking, to pause and measure the impact of your words. It is about learning that silence can often be more powerful than speech. In moments of conflict, silence prevents escalation. In moments of confusion, silence gives you time to think. And in moments of wisdom, the right words, delivered calmly and clearly, can carry more weight than 1,000 careless ones. If you want respect, if you want influence, if you want people to trust you, then learn to guard your word. Let your speech be seasoned with discipline, not driven by impulse. Don't just speak to be heard, speak to be understood. Speak to add value. Speak to build rather than break. Remember, your mouth is not just a tool for communication. It is a reflection of your self-control, your wisdom, and your leadership. Control your mouth and you begin to control the direction of your life. When it comes to controlling your mood, you are dealing with one of the most powerful forces in your life, your emotions. Your mood can either be the fuel that pushes you forward or the weight that drags you down. We've all experienced those moments when a sudden burst of anger, frustration, or even sadness causes us to act in ways we later regret. One bad mood can ruin a day, break relationships, or close doors that may never open again. But when you learn to master your emotions instead of letting them master you, you discover an incredible strength that sets you apart from the crowd. Think about how many decisions in life are made in the heat of the moment. Anger pushes people to speak words they don't mean. Jealousy pushes people to act irrationally. Frustration convinces people to give up when they are closer than they realize to success. On the other hand, patience and calmness have saved friendships, strengthened partnerships, and allowed people to think clearly under pressure. The difference isn't the situation, it's the mood you choose to carry in that situation. You cannot always control what happens around you, but you can control how you respond to it. This is where emotional intelligence becomes a critical life skill. It is the ability to recognize your emotions, to pause before reacting, and to guide them in a direction that benefits you and those around you. It doesn't mean you suppress your feelings or pretend they don't exist. It means you give yourself the space to feel them. but also the discipline to decide how they will influence your actions. A wise person doesn't let a temporary mood make a permanent decision. In school, in work, and in family life, people remember less of what happened and more how you made them feel. If your moods are always unpredictable, people will walk on eggshells around you. But if you are steady, calm, and measured, they will trust you, depend on you, and see you as a leader. That consistency is what separates those who stumble from those who succeed. Control your mood and you will not only protect your peace, but also protect your path to success. When it comes to controlling your money, the lesson is not about greed or chasing wealth. It is about responsibility and discipline. Money by itself is not good or bad. It is a tool. The way you manage it determines whether it becomes a blessing or a burden. Too many people spend their entire lives working hard for money, but because they never learn how to control it, they end up trapped in cycles of debt, stress, and poor choices. On the other hand, those who learn how to manage their finances gain freedom, security, and the ability to focus on building their future rather than constantly trying to survive. It's easy to spend money. It's easy to buy things to impress others or to satisfy a temporary desire. But what's easy in the moment often costs the most in the long run. The hardest thing is learning how to budget, how to save, and how to make decisions with patience instead of impulse. That requires self-control. That requires the wisdom to say, I don't need this now, or this will not help me later. Because money is not just about survival, it's about vision. The way you handle your finances reflects the way you handle your life. Whether you think short-term or long-term, whether you live only for today or you prepare for tomorrow. And understand this, money will magnify who you already are. If you are careless with a little, you will be careless with a lot. If you are disciplined with a little, you will be disciplined with a lot. It is not about waiting until you have more to start managing wisely. It is about starting where you are right now. That means tracking what you earn, what you spend, and what you save. It means avoiding unnecessary debt and focusing on opportunities that help your money grow rather than disappear. Education gives us skills to earn, but wisdom teaches us how to preserve. Without control, money will control you. With control, you can build stability for yourself and those who depend on you. And when you have stability, you gain peace of mind, which allows you to focus your energy on achieving your goals instead of constantly worrying about survival. Control your money and you protect not just your present, but your future. When you learn to control your mind, you learn to control the very foundation of your life. Everything begins with a thought. Before you take an action, before you form a habit, before you shape a destiny, it all starts in the mind. The thoughts you allow to grow inside you become the blueprint of the life you will live. If your mind is filled with doubt, negativity, and fear, then no matter how much potential you have, you will always hold yourself back. But if your mind is disciplined, focused, and filled with belief, then even in the face of obstacles, you will find the strength to push forward. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't take care of it, weeds will grow automatically. Negativity, distractions, and self-doubt are the weed. They will choke your progress if you don't actively plant seeds of positivity, discipline, and focus. Controlling your mind means being intentional about what you feed it, what you read, what you watch, who you listen to. All of these shape your mental environment. Just as you wouldn't feed your body with poison and expect health, you cannot feed your mind with constant negativity and expect success. The mind also has the power to magnify either problems or possibilities. Two people can face the exact same challenge. One sees only barriers, the other sees opportunities. The difference is not the challenge, it is the state of the mind. Training your mind means practicing focus, setting clear goals and avoiding distractions that waste your energy. It means being able to say no to the noise around you so you can say yes to the vision within you. And remember, controlling your mind doesn't mean forcing it to be perfect. It means guiding it. There will be doubts. There will be fears. But when your mind is disciplined, those thoughts don't control you. You control them. Instead of letting your emotions or circumstances dictate your mindset, you choose to direct your thoughts toward growth and progress. Control your mind and you unlock the power to shape your reality. Life has a rhythm, and that rhythm is found when the different parts of you move in harmony. Your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind are not separate. They are connected, and each one influences the other. Think about it. If you cannot control your mouth, you may say something in anger that damages a relationship. That broken relationship may disturb your mood. And once your mood is disturbed, your mind becomes clouded. A clouded mind leads to poor decisions, including careless financial choices, which in turn create more stress. One small lack of control in one area can ripple into all the others. But the opposite is also true. When you learn to keep your mouth disciplined, you avoid unnecessary conflicts. When you keep your mood steady, you maintain peace within yourself and with others. When you handle your money wisely, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and gain a sense of security. And when your mind is clear and focused, you see opportunities more clearly and make better decisions. Each one supports the other, creating a cycle of balance and strength. The truth is, success in life is never about controlling just one piece of yourself. It is about alignment. You cannot speak wisely if your mind is filled with chaos. You cannot stay calm if your financial struggles overwhelm you. You cannot think clearly if your emotions are always in control. That is why balance is so important. Every part of you must be trained to work together, because when they are aligned, you move through life with clarity, confidence, and purpose. This is why self-discipline is not just about one habit or one area of life, but about creating harmony between all areas. It's like an instrument. If one string is out of tune, the entire song feels off. But when every string is tuned correctly, the music flows beautifully. In the same way, when you bring discipline to your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind, life becomes smooth. You begin to attract trust, respect, and opportunities, because people can see that you are in control of yourself. Control the balance of your life, and you will discover the strength to rise above any challenge. At the center of everything we have talked about, your mouth, your mood, your money, and your mind, there is one quality that ties it all together, and that is self-discipline. Without discipline, even the best intentions fall apart. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how many dreams you have, or how much knowledge you carry. If you lack the discipline to stay consistent, to control yourself, and to make the right choices, even when it's difficult, you will always fall short of your potential. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement, between where you are and where you want to be. Self-discipline is not about punishing yourself or living without joy. It's about having the strength to choose what is best over what is easy. It is saying no to temporary pleasures that can derail your future, and yes to habits that will build a stronger tomorrow. Every great achievement in history was born out of discipline. Athletes train daily, even when they don't feel like it. Leaders rise because they make sacrifices others are unwilling to make.